had one mistake that costed my biceps gains. Let me explain. As a skinny guy, believe it or not, my arms were bigger by 3 centimeters than my wrist. So whenever I formed a circle around my wrist, I could get this all the way up on my biceps, all the way to my shoulder without breaking it. And that is exactly why I got my first membership for my birthday. And of course, as a high schooler, I could only go on and off. And when university started, that was a time when I could go consistently. And as a nerd, I was reading articles, literatures, and quickly my training developed, and so were my gains. Now my arms are not actually smaller. They are probably the same size, or maybe 1 or 2 centimeters bigger than before, thanks to my triceps. But even then, according to my clients and my brother, my arms were way bigger before in 2016. And they said my arms, and that was the key word. So take a look at this picture here. You should quickly notice 2 things on this picture. And the first one is that what I lost is not bicep size, is the girth or the width of my arm. There are some girth what you can't lose, but this girth or width was coming from my forearm, and that leads us to the second point, and is the exercise what I was doing on the picture. You see, my go-to exercises for biceps was either a standing curl or a seated curl, because I already knew that the biceps were best in that position, and for brachialis, that was a hammer curl. In this case, my favorite one, my absolute favorite, was a crossbody hammer curl. And I was pretty much doing that twice a week in a superset fashion. How do I know that? It's because I still have the logbook from 2016. So I always had an upper-lower split, and that took my arm from 8-inch all the way to 15. And all I did was supersetting a standing or a seated biceps curl with a hammer curl for 3 sets, 12 reps. And at that time, I was really into forced reps and rest poses, because I wanted to get to the targeted reps, and I was 12. Now at that time, I was doing 16 kilograms for the hammer curl for 12 reps. So even if that was my last set and I could only do 8 reps, I would rest for 5 to 10 seconds and then get as many reps as possible till I reached 12 reps. And as of recording now, yesterday I tested it and I could barely do 12 reps with the 10 kilogram dumbbell. So there's like a 6 kilogram difference. And this pretty much takes us to the conclusion. When people say that the brachialis gives the girth or the width of your arm, they are not exaggerating. It gives so much to your arm. And because of that, you don't really need that many exercises for your arm. What do you need to have a big arm? Triceps, biceps, brachialis. Boom. And that is why you don't need to do 5 exercises for biceps on training day. It can be only 1, 1, 1 for each. Comes the hard part. If you're not doing them, you don't just get weaker, you get smaller as well. Because in the past 4 years, I was probably doing around 12 reps of hammer curl in total. Yes, only 12. Of course, it's really easy to get those gains back. But if you like the video or learned something from it, make sure to comment, like, share. Don't forget to subscribe. And for coaching, hit the link in the description. Talk to you soon.